Hey, you guys, good morning. I know that's repetitive. I say that every time I have a camera in front of me. Don't really know what else to say. Hello? Hi? Anyway, um, we're going to have a talk about something that I usually wouldn't talk about, but the more that I ponder this, the more it completely makes sense. And any of you that have been watching me long enough know that I did a couple videos related to universal basic income and the reasons it's important based off artificial technology, artificial intelligence becoming more and more prevalent in businesses and in society, where jobs will become harder to get and jobs will be taken over by computers. I mean, and this is even going to the extent of high-end jobs, like say lawyer stuff like that. A lot of doctors, in fact, I know a lot of people right now that will go straight to the computer to diagnose their illness, which isn't a good idea. Okay, but within the future, there's going to be ways that even that will be simulated, a computer simulated doctor, based off all everything that's going on with you. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. So there's a guy running. His name's Andrew Yang, and it took me 10 minutes, like literally one interview with him, and he crossed so many points that made sense in really all sides. Um, Now is universal basic income. So he is running for president. He's actually polling enough that he's going to be in the primary debates. One thing that he's offering is $1,000 for every citizen 18 and over every month. Um, and this isn't, this is great to actually get him exposure, but his reasons behind it are um, very real, and they have a very solid foundation. Not only is it something that, like, everybody that's listening to this right now would be like, yeah, of course, um, but it's something that was offered, that almost passed Congress in, I don't know the exact date, but I think it was 1970 or something like that. Also, Martin Luther King was wanting to help make that happen right about when he got shot. Um, so this is something that's been crossing paths of the government here in the United States for quite a while. And over 40 years ago, again, I don't know the exact date, but it became true for Alaska, where every citizen of Alaska receives approximately $3,000 a year. And it's just based off, like, oil um, profits or whatever, or like dividends. It's not even the profits. So it turns out to be quite a bit of money, like $1.5 trillion or something like that, a year for every citizen. But this money comes out of places like big businesses like Amazon and, but my belief is the same money that goes into things like the military and you know some ridiculous places, and also just from some of the lotteries. Where does all that, people that win the lottery, of course, get a percentage of the money, but there's a lot more money put in the lotteries that just it just disappears. So there's money out there that can be floated back into the economy. See, each of us gets that $1,000 and we reinvest it into the economy, okay? Homelessness would be drastically helped. I mean, even if somebody could buy a decent vehicle they could sleep in or something, you know, I mean, $1,000 a month could go a long way. You know, somebody that is striving, that wants to get out of extreme poverty, would be able to. Crime would be drastically reduced. The reason there is a criminal in the first place is because they want more. They want something that they think that they can't have, or they try to make money off of some. You know, it's all making more money. But if you have money coming in your face like that every month, your crime will be reduced. It won't be eliminated. Okay. Make sure you understand that. I don't think it's going to be eliminated, but drastically reduced. Employment, you know, you get somebody that's creative, that doesn't have to work some shitty job 8 hours a day that they can't stand. They're going to be able to put that extra time into doing creative things, which in the long run goes to creating something that who knows? I mean, it can be everything from art related to, you know, I mean, there's just no end to what can be created if your time is lightened up. When it comes to education, my belief is that if there was more home education, because I don't know very many kids that really ever liked going to school. You went to school because you had to go to school. And now it's become one of the most dangerous places in society. And that is going to have to be eliminated, unfortunately, you know. And the social aspect of school is dwindling anyway, because everybody is on their phones contacting each other. So if I know this is like I'm dreaming, I'm looking out, but I did this a year ago, and look, there's already a candidate that's, I mean, he's going to be on the Colbert Show. He's already gotten talked about on Colbert, though Colbert kind of, he wasn't the nicest, you know, but he just kind of like, you know, did a little comedy sketch about. But I think when Andrew Yang is on the show, he's going to be able to say a few things that will definitely hit home with people. But this guy, you know, I mean, he's another thing. He's actually appealing to the right wing too, which is important, because you want the people over there to not vote for Trump, you know. Obviously, I mean, it's a sticky situation when it comes down to it, you know. If Yang's like polling a small amount, and he's the deciding factor whether, you know, Trump's in or out, I'm gonna vote for the Democrat, because I know how this works. And as it is, Trump's whole agenda, there's some really bad things happening that need to be eliminated, and we need to get him out no matter what. But Andrew Yang's got a year and a half, and he is getting incredible exposure. So you guys listen to Andrew Yang. I'm going to put a couple links, but there's a lot, you know, he's got a lot to say. It all makes sense. Please pass it on, you know. Every little bit helps, you know. Just from my channel here having 9,000 subscribers, I know that many people don't listen, But if you listen to him and you're like, okay, yeah, this guy makes sense, you know. Let's change shit, you know, for sure. You know, he's gonna be the one to do it, and he's gonna be the one to actually beat Trump. Is my belief, though. There's some other candidates that could beat him. I think at this point, but they're not offering $1,000 for each citizen, and it's very doable. It's very doable, you guys. Don't think that it's not. You know, I don't think it's gonna bring the national debt. Of course, you know all that shit. That's fear, and that's going to be there just because that's how the system is running. You know, everybody's always like, oh, we're going to fix the debt and da 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 da, and and getting trade wars with China. It doesn't help anything. It's just causing more chaos. So a big change needs to happen, and sometimes us, the little guys that have some voice, and pass it on. So everybody that's listening to this that understands what I'm saying, pass it on. Tell people, you know. Um, I know I have some listeners in places like Alabama. I mean that's becoming very, and not becoming corrupt. It's an extremely corrupt state, and I mean that's a state that people probably would be into it if they'd listen and they'd realize, oh yeah, this guy, he actually does have some good things to say, and it's already happening in Alaska. It's not something new, really. I mean, it's like the way that it would be rolled out is it's a huge picture, but it's going to have to happen. It's going to have to happen, either in 3 years or whatever it is, or in 20 years, So the sooner the better. Somebody's going to make it happen, or the chaos that will take place in this country is it's just going to be nonstop. It's going to I think it's going to really help education. I know I'm rambling a lot, and if you made it this far, thank you, because I think I'm making some really good points. Home education is going to be important, and you're going to need that extra money to either pay for a tutor or to pay for whatever, artificial teacher. I don't know what the fuck it's going to be, but sending your kids to a school where everybody's fucking fighting, your teachers have guns, students have guns, there's possible, it's not a good choice. It's becoming less and less something that you want, somewhere you want your kids. It's not realistic anymore. All right. Thanks for listening. Bye.